Good morning, Tottenham fans. If the transfer window shut today, would you be happy with this squad? And where do you think we could finish next season or this season coming with the squad we have now? I'm going to look into the players that we signed, look into the team we have now compared to the start of last season. I'm going to look at the manager and what he would do to improve the squad and the players, and give you my verdict on where I think we would finish in the league if it's shut today. Now, before I get into that, please smash that subscribe button. Really on the path now to 3,000. This channel is growing from strength to strength, and it's thanks to you guys. Hit that like, gets this channel seen to more people. Really much appreciated. So let's look at the squad first. Let's compare it from the beginning of last season to now. So are we in better shape now than we were last season? So we've signed Matisse Tell, so he's going to be in, let's say, instead of Werner. Danso's coming in, so Davies won't be playing at the back. Danso will come in if anything happens to Romero van der Ven. You've got Takai as centre-back as well. We've also got Vuskovic, who at the moment is looking like a baller. And I think that this guy should be kept around and not loaned out. I think he's going to be a massive asset, especially in the opposition box, because he just knows how to score goals. So we're a lot better in the centre-back situation. So the centre-back situation, in my opinion, is much stronger than the start of last season. So we've got a lot more cover. We've actually got centre-backs playing at centre-backs, because last year, remember, we had Archie Gray playing there. Dragushin ended up getting injured as well. So we had Gray and Davies as centre-backs. If that happens this season, we'll have Danso, Takai, Vuskovic ready to come in. So I think that already is a lot better. Then in midfield, it's basically the same, but now Archie Gray can cover the midfield role more than he did last season, because he was kept being obligated to help out at the back because we had no defenders. Bergvall had a slow start to last season, but he was brilliant in the last few months of the season just gone, and he will now be, he's got a year's worth of experience and he'll be a lot more effective. So that's basically like a better player to the start of the season now. Going forward, like I said, we've got Tell and we've got Kudus on the wings now. Both fast, both skillful. Something we was missing last season as well when we had Johnson and Werner. Werner was missing everything when Sonny wasn't playing. And Johnson was very good at finishing, very good at scoring goals, and you can't take that away from him, but he didn't impact the game too much on the wings. Now we have two players that can make an impact on the wings. We also, if you look in the goalkeeping situation, we've got Kinksky instead of Forster. Kinksky is phenomenal with his feet. I think he's going to be pushing Vicario for a number one place this season. So if anything did happen to Vicario, we've got a decent keeper to come in Kinksky, or vice versa. Then there were players that were injured for huge parts of last season. So Odegaard, if you add up his minutes, equates to under 10 games last season. So if he can get more game time, he'd be like an extra player for us. Bentancur was injured twice last season and had a 7-match ban. So maybe he can be more available this season if he doesn't be sold. And then you've got Romero and Van der Ven. They were out for 3 months, both at the same time last season. If we had a bit more luck with those injuries, maybe we would have kept out more goals. So if we had a lot more luck with injuries, we could probably win a few more games this season as well. Add to the fact we now have Thomas Frank. He has a track record of improving players and plays his system to the strengths of the players, which is also going to help us. His tactics may gain us more points in the season too. So saying all that, where would we finish in the league if the window's shut today? Where would we finish? Now, I would say around 7th or 8th. And that's not bad, considering if we were fighting for like 6th place, so fighting for a Europa League place. That's not too bad considering where we came from, and we've only signed one first teamer in Kudus. With a bit more luck, players developing well, players improving, and new players improving the squad, we may even fight for that 6th place. So as much as we want these players all coming in through the door, these top players and that, our squad is not that bad. When Morgan Gibbs-White gets over the line, we sign Paulinho and maybe a Whistle up front. We can definitely push for a top 5 finish. If we got those 3 players in as well, in positions that we need, then we could be pushing for a top 5 place. But as it stands, 6th, 7th or 8th would be a realistic target, in my opinion, for the squad that we have now if the window shut today. People keep banging on about us being 17th place team. We're not a 17th place team. That was an anomaly. Injuries galore last season. 4 of the back 5 were out for 3 months. And we played 60 games last season with 13 or 14 available players at a time, playing twice a week. It's not easy to get through that. And we still ended up with a Europa League. So this side is not as bad as people think. They're not a 17th place side, not at all. The top 4 teams who are now, in my opinion, Liverpool, City, Arsenal and Chelsea, are levels above us at the moment, and they've all done brilliant business in the summer window, in my opinion. But with a few more clever signings and positions that we need, we can close that gap just a little bit and try and keep building on it season per season. We definitely need some more top players to come through the door, but let's just see. There's still time for players to come in and still time for us to improve. So, if that window did shut today, where do you guys think we would finish in the Premier League? There's so many aspects to last season that went wrong for us. We were so unlucky last season. And some people would argue that Postecoglou's tactics caused us to lose a few games as well, as he was going gun-ho when he could have been sitting back and defending. My opinion is, if you haven't got your 4 of your back 5, the last thing you want to be doing is sitting back and defending, because you've got no recognised defenders to defend. So I understand why he was doing it, and I understand that, he had a lot of problems and he still came away with a trophy. No other manager done that, by the way. No other manager's done that in 17 years. So he still managed to get something good out of the season. Regarding what Daniel Levy said, and he was saying, he wants to win Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues, and at the moment he's not really showing us, the proof that he actually means business. And to be fair to him, we did do a double signing of Kudus and Morgan Gibbs-White, and that's an outstanding double signing, but it's Forest that are holding us up, it's Forest that are being petulant, and it's Forest that are just trying to get a replacement in before the sell Morgan Gibbs-White. You watch what happens. As soon as Forest have a replacement for Morgan Gibbs-White will be signing for Spurs. I guarantee that. Now, if we have Kudus and Morgan Gibbs-White in the side, as well as Danso and Tell and Kingsley, our squad is all of a sudden looking okay. It's looking good. We still need cover left back, we still need a DM, and I still need a striker, in my opinion. If we could get the perfect window and get all those players in, then you never know what we can achieve next season. If we finish in the top 5 and won an FA Cup, for me that would be like a perfect season. That would be, the best we probably could have aimed for and got the best we aimed for, if that makes sense. None of us are thinking we're going to win the league. None of us are thinking we're going to win the Champions League. But winning another trophy on top of the one we won last season, maybe even getting lucky and winning a Super Cup. If we won an FA Cup and a Super Cup and finish 5th, that's like an amazing season for us. Then we can build on that. Frank would have 1 year of the squad. He'd know exactly who he wants in and who he wants out. Then all of a sudden, Frank would know what kind of players he wants and what players he don't want. And then, we can push on from there. And then anything can happen after that. Football is unpredictable. And that's why it's so fun to talk about, because everyone has their own subjective opinion. Like, I could get in the comments today, we're going to finish 16th next season if the window's shut now. But, a lot of people would say, no, we won't. We'd finish in the top half. There's so many. I'm looking forward to all your comments to see what you actually think about this squad. And do you think it is good enough, or do you think it's too weak? So, if the window's shut today, where do you think we will finish in the league? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and come on, you Spurs.